There is literally 3 people already called me today saying, Don, go into business with me. I want to start that. This morning, 3. So, I mean, it's just that it's going to be, what's going to happen, it's going to be like starting off with the slot machines and stuff, because it's casinos.
Yep.
And that is technically, that it went for really good. But now, if you notice, all these other states are getting marijuana too. And that's the trouble. It's, personally, I don't like it. But I'm 79 years old. When I was in school, there was no marijuana. We didn't have it. I mean, the farmer kids always had it. But, I mean, they did. And, but, like, after Vietnam, that's when in fact, during Vietnam, that's when it really started. That's when marijuana came around. And I always thought it was stupid. Like I said, I'm 79 years, I've never tried it. I've tried a cigarette twice and I got sick both times, so I never did that. And, but, I mean, there's some people that like it. I mean, I think 90% of the kids nowadays have done it before. I mean, as far as, oh, my kid never did it, baloney. I mean, it's very freakish if they didn't.
What are your thoughts on Amendment A, you know, that passed, you know, and stuff?
I think it's good. I think it'll be beneficial. It'll create extra income for the state of South Dakota. And, you know, I think it's one of the less harmful drugs. And, I mean, I think studies have shown that. They're using it for a lot of medical issues and whatnot. I do think that it'll be beneficial for us.
Is this going to be a big thing for North Sioux, you know, being in South Dakota?
I believe so. Tri-state region and some of the others don't have it passed per se, like Iowa has medical. I'm not sure if Nebraska has medical right offhand or anything. But I do think that it'll be, you know, it could be an overnight success story. It's hard to say. It's just one of those things that it depends on all the rules and regulations that are passed down the pipeline and, you know, as far as what we can and can't do. But I do think that it will be beneficial for this area because it's the tri-state region. You know, you got South Sioux 10 minutes away, Iowa 10 minutes away, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of customer base. I think that it will pick up in popularity.
But then the stupid casino came in, First Gateway came in. It just, you know, did very well. And then the casinos came in. They were making so much money and stuff like that. They said, Don, why don't you put a casino in here? And I did, but I didn't care whether, like this one guy says, he came in and started off with $1. He told him and his wife they were going to start with $1. Then it got to be $2, and then it got to be $20 a day. And he lost everything. And this one guy came in, and I told him, I says, Jim, you know, please stop gambling. I'm not going to let you gamble anymore. He said, okay, I'll just go someplace else. But you know, it's sad, and that's what I'm afraid the marijuana is going to do. It's going to start kids thinking, oh, it's legal, so they're going to do it. They might, you know, sneakily do it, like a beer. Yeah. But I mean, there's going to be, I hate to say it, but there's going to be, he's 21, I don't care. It's not, it's just like beer. It's supposed to be 21. What do the kids do? They all get the beer. And I don't want to turn out like Washington. I go to, like, at Seattle. It was a nice town. And now, you don't even want to walk. I mean, I have a lot of friends that lives out in that area. And I was going to have a convention there I was in charge of conventions. I didn't want it there. Because it's crime. It's just bad. And I hope South Dakota won't get that way, but they want their drugs.
A lot of things kind of go hand in hand. You know, if you're gambling, a lot of times you smoke, or if you're gambling, you drink. So it's kind of one of those things that I think that it could go hand in hand. It might not. It might, you know, drive business away if you allow it in your establishment. because certain people aren't going to agree with it. But you know, opinions are opinions, and you know, and you're free to choose where you go and where you don't go. So, you know,
they're going to get high. They're going to go down the road. They're going to be high. What do you mean, man? I can drive. I mean, it's just like alcohol. Same stupid thing. Just like alcohol. They're going to get high, and they're going to drive. And that's just giving them another thing to get a DWI for. The medical, I could have lived with that. But I really don't like opening it up to everybody. But I'm old, and I don't know. But most, like I said, most of people like you guys' age, not just in the 60s, like about, really in the 70s, very few kids didn't do it in the 70s.
You can't control people. You know, they're going to do what they want to do. If they want to smoke, they're going to smoke. If they want to drink, they're going to drink. If they want to gamble, they're going to gamble. I mean, it's kind of one of those things that it's their choice, and I don't think that, you know, I just think it's up to people. You know, I do think it'll go hand in hand, and you know, if it's going to be a personal preference, I believe, and like I said, I believe it'll be down the pipelines. There's so many different things that go along with it as far as regulations.
I'm just hoping, keep my fingers crossed, we don't turn out like Washington or Colorado.